Hi everybody, here we go. It's been far too long since I've made any sort of really photographic content on this channel, but I guess for quite a long time I was a little bit burnt out when it came to photography. You know, I'd said an awful lot of things on the channel about becoming a better photographer and how you could take better photos and lots of reviews and things like that, and I guess I'd said everything that I wanted to say at the time. But I've had that itch coming back, and as kind of a lucky coincidence, a little bit of synchronicity, you might say, I got contacted by Lomography, the film camera company and accessories, recently, and they sent me a box of stuff. So, should we see what's in it? Well, from the title of the video, you'll know what it is. So, I've already sort of popped it open. So, let's get rid of all this stuff here. And look what we got here. We have got. Can you see that on the screen? We have got the Lomo LCA Plus camera, film camera, 35mm film camera, and we've also got some colour film, and there is, which I've thrown out already. There's some black and white film. So thank you very much, Lomography, for sending me this. I really do appreciate it. And come on, let's have a look. Let's see what's inside this box. So let's take this now. One thing I will say is that one of the things that kind of used to slow me down, if you like, when I used to make photography videos, is the I like to think for their time, my videos were quite well produced for someone who's an amateur at home. You know, I used to spend a lot of time kind of lighting, and I used to use like a Zoom H1 audio recorder. And I'm not saying I won't be doing that again, but I really want to make these videos probably a lot quicker, and so the quality won't be as high, but hopefully the content will be just as interesting. So, as I say, you know, I've been kind of out of photography for far too long, and I've kind of had this itch, and Lomo contacted me and said, look, do you want to have a go with one of our film cameras? And I thought, I tell you what, I really do, because you'll know from my my YouTube channel that I've reviewed and done user guides for many vintage film cameras, but I can't really think of one video I've used where I've got to use I won't use the word. Well, it is a modern film camera in terms of it's a brand new film camera, this one, but obviously it is a reproduction, if that's a fair word, of an old, I think they were an old Russian camera, aren't they? Yeah, very exciting. And I'll be doing videos all about the kind of the Lomography company and the kind of the ideas, the ethos, if you like, behind Lomography, because what it really tries to do, as far as I can tell, and from what I've seen, is it's about bringing fun back to film photography for the casual user, because we've all been using our phones, haven't we, and our digital SLRs and our compact cameras, but especially our phones. But the magic of film photography is still out there. It's still very easy to use. So this is going to be like a series of videos where I'm getting back into film photography, and we were exploring, and back into photography as well, and we're kind of exploring it via the Lomo LCA Plus. So as you can see, now this box is super heavy. It really is, really super heavy. So let's gently take this, I guess, plastic cover off. Does this come out? Oh, okay, so that's the plastic cover. My apologies if the video goes out of focus, because again I'm just pointing my Canon 600D, and there we have the Lomo, metal bodied. I think, if I have absolutely no idea how to use this camera, but it's 35mm film. It's auto focus, but it's zone auto exposure, sorry, but zone focusing on there. Tiny little viewfinder. We've got a hot shoe there for a flash. Got plenty of those. There's our film winder. feels solid. Kind of, I guess it's kind of in the same family of how do we? Let me see. Can I? What do I have to press to pop that? Oh, right, there we go. Let me show you that. That's like the lens cover. Guess kind of in the same family as cameras like the Olympus Trip 35, or the, and now if I get this wrong, please forgive me because it's a long time since I've talked about these cameras, but like the Olympus XC range, is it? In fact, it looks quite similar to those. The idea of a simple film compact camera with zone focusing and auto exposure. So we've got the camera in there, so we're doing videos about that. And then this is where all the weight's coming from. Look at this. What have we else we've got here? We've got a warranty. Cool. We've got, oh wow. Look. There we go. We've got our that's a cable release for doing long exposures and things. That's brilliant. Have we got a, yeah, we've got a tripod mount on the bottom. Ah, here we are. The batteries for the I guess for the auto exposure system. Yeah, they'll go in there. What else have we got in this box? Some more batteries. And we've got a wrist strap by the look of it. What's this? What's on this book? Oh, there's a user guide. Brilliant, fantastic. Always good with the film camera because you know you don't want to break it. What's this book though? Look at this book. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, this is amazing. This is, you know, this is real inspiration because, you know, to be honest, right, one of the things that I've struggled with when it comes to photography has been the idea of truth, okay, and the fact that we've had all these in the recent years, things like the ability to create deep fake videos and photographs, where digitally you can now reproduce anything, and it is incredibly difficult to tell the difference between the real thing. So then the point starts to come, you know, what is the point of photography? You know, what is the point of going and taking a photograph somewhere if it can be reproduced probably better, you know, digitally, and in a way where the viewer won't have a clue that it wasn't created either with a film or with a digital camera. And I guess that disillusionment came, but I've started to get over that hump about the truth of photography, you know, because we know the camera, with the adage that the camera never lies. Well, the camera lies all the time, so you know you're only taking a small bit of the world, aren't you? It depends where you're pointing it and all this sort of stuff. But definitely the idea that, especially like with film, and actually instant photography as well, you do have a way of producing something that, although isn't really the truth, the fact that you're creating something like a you're creating a negative or a transparency if you're using slide film that is a physical thing, a physical object in the world that is very difficult to fake. You know, to fake a negative is very, very difficult to do that. Now I know you've got scanning, and you know that introduces the digital part to the process where you can have lots and lots of manipulation. I know you can get manipulation of negatives and film developing that stuff. But this is my way back in. This is my way back in, I think, and I'm very, very excited to be trying out the Lomo LCO Plus over the next few weeks, blowing some film through it, because I've got loads and loads of film, sending it off to be developed via their recommended labs, and having lots of fun creating photos that aren't about crystal clear records of what's in front of the camera lens, of what's in front of me, but rather maybe also trying to capture the feeling of a place. You know, that feeling that you get when you dig out that old box of photos that's been in the loft that your mum or your dad or your grandparents, your great grandparents took 30, 40, 50 years ago on film, and looking at those photos and the different look they have. And it's not just an Instagram filter, it's definitely something more analog, more natural, and definitely something that I'm very much looking forward to to experimenting with. So there we go, the LCA Plus 35mm film camera. A simple unboxing, as you can see. I mean, you get, I can't wait to look through this book. Actually, I love photography books. Yeah, if you've got any questions or comments, please put them in the box down below. We're going to have some more photography content on this channel. We're going to have film photography, we're going to have digital photography, all sorts of stuff. Very, very excited, and it's great to have you all along. Now, remember, you can also support the channel through Patreon, and I will put a link to the Patreon page in the description box. Put your questions and comments. If you enjoy the video, hit like. If you want to see more of the same, press subscribe. Thank you very much, and I will see you again soon.